I met a gypsy.
And that's how I am. Like, me personally, I'm not making any money being on this team right now. I think Michael pays my rent, and that's all I get. Besides that, I'm making AMA money. And you see that I can have a smile on my face. I'm loving life. I'm putting results. And would it be nice to make a lot more money? Yeah, maybe. But, like, you can go through life with little to nothing and still enjoy it.
Oh, amen, bro. Amen, dude. And the thing is,
yeah,
to get off on a little bit of a tangent, I want to come back to the team stuff. But, I mean, I kind of had this conversation with Johnny Hopper on the podcast. And, you know, like, there was, like, a bad taste in his mouth from being a guy that never made it kind of thing. And it's just like, man, you've missed the goalposts. Like, you've shifted the goalposts from just purely getting the most out of the experience that you're having to, I need to be a factory rider, I need to be making money. You're responsible for moving your own goalposts. Like, there's no one saying that you have to be a factory rider, that you have to make millions of dollars out of racing dirt. But, like, that's you that says that. That comes from internally. So you can do, I'm so glad you just said what you said, bro, because you're fucking 23 years old. You are getting to ride dirt bikes for a living. You're getting to do the best that you can each day. You're trying to get better. There's so much, like, that's what life kind of is, man. Like, you're just getting better every single day, and you're just doing it for yourself. Like, there's a level of personal fulfillment that comes with that is worth more than money. Because I know rich people that are unhappy as fuck.
Yeah. No, that's huge. Like, money is not everything. And you will find what's that saying? It's like, if you can't have me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, you know, like, do I have a lot right now? No. But, like, obviously the goal is for everybody is to have a lot. And no, you just got to keep the American dream alive. Like, I feel like that's what this generation has lost, is the American dream. Like, it's what you put into it.
Man, yeah, I totally agree. And you know what? In my experience, like, I know a lot of rich people. I know a lot of famous people. I know a lot of successful people. That's just the nature of the business that I'm in. And all of those people got their money by just fucking doing their shit. And they just do it and do it and do it. And I mean, dude, like, I did this podcast for 3 years before I really made any money. And now I make money out of it. And it's like, I have a fucking amazing life. I do the exact same thing on the days now that I make money as I did on the days where I don't make money. It's the same fucking shit.
You didn't start it for money. That's the thing. You have a general passion for it, and the money will come. Like, that's with me. Like, I'm not really making anything, but one day it'll come. And you know what? When it does, cool. But that's not going to change me as a person. It's just something that I have. It's not me.
And the thing is, man, is like, let's say you don't make a bunch of money out of motocross and you don't get a factory ride, right? You have still spent years of your life bettering yourself as a person. Little by little, every time you do a 30-minute moto, you've proved to yourself that you can do something that's, like, super fucking difficult for an average human to do. And, like, let's say you don't make that money. And, dude, this is the crazy thing, is, like, Johnny Hopper, and that guy, I'd consider him my friend. So this is not in any way, like, I'm not talking shit on him. But, like, you look at him now, he's, like, casually says in the podcast, oh, yeah, I've made 500 grand on crypto this year. And I'm like, fuck, dude, you would have never made that racing. And, like, the skills that you now have applied to make $500,000 in crypto, you learn from racing. You dickhead. This is working out for you.
Yeah, no, it's like what my dad always told me. He's like, pain is temporary, but your end result is forever, right? So, like, when you went to school, I don't know about you, but for me, I hated school. But you know what? You got dressed, you went to school, you grinded out those 12 years or whatever, and then whatever you did in college, and you learn what you can and can't do. And school's not about learning about for this test or that test. It's about time management and what you're able to do if you set your mind to it, right? And the same thing goes with moto. It's time management and how bad do you want it to succeed, right? So I feel like with life, you gotta just like kind of start from the bottom and build your way up, right? And it's crazy on where it can take you. It truly is.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, man. So I want to get back to that quote in a minute, and we'll talk about that. But when you said before that like this team could be the next Geico and a little bit of extra support would help. So for people that are listening, what do you mean by a little bit more support? Like, what are the things that kind of like make it just a tiny bit harder for you guys than you would like it to be? Like, what's the bare minimum next level of support that you could get that would just like make shit easier? And what's some of the challenges?
If I'm being honest, it's just budget. We're working off of, I'm not even going to say a dollar amount for the budget because I don't know what it is, so I'm not going to put it out there. But you're only able to do so much with a certain size budget. And that's a fact. So with our team, our budget has allowed us to have 2 crazy good mechanics, obviously Michael, and then Keith to keep us going because he handles like our logistics and stuff, and then paying Carson and for me, and that's our crew. Like when we show up to the races, putting up the semi is sometimes Carson, depending on when he flies in, but I like to fly in early, so I always help set up the semi with Tony and Pedro and Michael. I think a bigger budget, we could have, a truck driver that takes care of the semi so that none of the mechanics or Michael or me at times have to like clean the semi, like it's all the little things that lead up to just making the team run smoother. I think having a truck driver, having a second guy for something goes bad in a moto, right? Like me at Southwick, there's nobody else to help Tony try to figure out what was wrong with my bike. It's just Tony. And sometimes a second hand is nice because he could be ripping apart something and Tony can take care of something else. And at the end of the day, like I can get back on that gate. Yeah, man, like I'm not going to sit here and like list things that I might be wrong about because I don't want to like please anybody, but I think it's just having a bigger budget, just something that we could get like 1 or 2 extra dudes and just make things roll just a little bit smoother. Do we get the job done now? Absolutely. Like you can make it work with this size budget, but for how long do you want to do that for? It's just like anything else in life. You don't always want to be there. You want to keep growing.